Thank you, Joseph. If you can't read, again, my name is Will Higgins, and simply put, I like to help people. So I joined this company 4 years ago because it allowed me to help more people. Okay, so that's what I've been focused on over the last 4 years. But like you guys, I'm a real estate agent, right? And the market has been a tough one. Raise your hand if you're having the best year that you ever had in real estate. Anybody? Anybody? Okay, well, it's not for you. This conversation is not for you. But what I'm going to talk about today is the power of a 30-day challenge and how you can change everything in 30 days, because this is what I had to do. Guys, I started this year off with no transactions. This is the longest I've ever gone without closing a deal. And again, like I said, I joined this company 4 years ago, and something amazing happened when I joined. 50 other people decided to join as well when I took action. And those 50 people joining turned into over 200 people. We don't talk about it enough, but I thought that financial freedom would come from me owning real estate. That's why I got into real estate, right? But this company, I've never experienced anything like it. And if you're not here, it's one of those things where you kind of have to be here to experience it. But again, I still sell real estate, and I'm accustomed to selling 2 or 3 homes a month. And starting this year, that didn't happen. So I went January, February, March without selling a home. And I know a lot of you guys are experiencing the same thing. So this should be very timely for you guys, okay? But what I want to talk about today is a 30-day challenge, right? And what if you could hit the reset button on your business? Like right now, what if you could hit reset on your business and start over, right? And that annual goal, whatever that goal is that you have to hit in a year, what if you could hit it in 30 days? Who would like that? That's the type of mindset you got to have, and that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So again, one of the benefits is we get coached by some of the greatest authors and coaches in the industry. And again, I've never experienced being poured into like I have been here. Just recently, we had the amazing John Maxwell coaching us. And in his book, The Irrefutable 21 Laws of Leadership, the first law that I love is how well you lead determines how well you succeed, okay? And we are all leaders in here, right? We're all leaders. But guess what happens, guys? I'm a Saints fan. And we don't do too well. So guess what? We change coaches a lot, right? Your favorite company, when they're not doing too well, guess what happened? Leadership changes. Well, in your business, the same thing has to happen, right? But again, you are the leader. So if things aren't going well, you can't fire yourself. Well, at least that's what we thought, right? But in 30 days, I believe that you could change, okay? So I'm going to take you on a journey real quick, and then I'm going to tell you how I did it. How's that sound? How's that sound? Let's go. So this is day one, guys. You can't hear it,
No,
but
I've done it before. The problem was the last time I did it, I basically burned out right afterwards. So I went from 13 million to over 30 million in sales in less than 12 months. And I just wasn't equipped to handle that type of volume along with all the other things that I was doing. So now I want to take you on the journey with me to build my business back. And here we are in 2025, almost in March, and I've closed 0 deals. So this is a huge feat, and I'm excited to take you on the journey with me. Today's Sunday.
So that's what I did, guys. I posted a video on, I guess it was late February, and every day after I posted everything I did, I had closed 0 transactions, okay? And by day 30, this doesn't even include everything. By day 30, I had 5 listings. Right now, I only have like 4 right here, right? But by 30 in escrow, I had a seller for 1.2 million. I had the buyer as well, but then they dropped out. I had the buyer and seller for a $1.1 million property. I had a $750,000 property for a seller. I had a $540,000 property for a buyer. All in 30 days, guys. All in 30 days. And my annual goal was 20 million, but I said, what if I push myself and I could reach that goal in a month? Well, I didn't hit the goal, right? But I got close to 10 million in production in 1 month, guys. Okay, 1 month. So definitely possible. But I know you're telling yourself, I'm not Will. First of all, good that you're not me, right? But there's all kind of things that we're going to tell ourselves, right? I don't have that many followers, right? I don't have the network, right? All the things that you tell yourself when you compare yourself to other people, all those things are going on in your head right now, right? But here's the thing. Every day, every one of us, right? We climb a new mountain. Every day, everybody in here has something different going on in their lives, right? Every single day, everybody has something different going on. But guess what? This is what you have to tell yourselves, guys. This stretch of road may be barren, but I am abundantly equipped to walk it. Basically, what I'm saying here is that this is in you. Even if you feel like you're starting from zero, no one can take away the experiences. No one can take away the knowledge that you have. So when you think you're starting from zero, guess what? You're still on level 7. And that's how I was able to do something like this, okay? So I want you guys to repeat after me, all right? This stretch of road may be barren, but I am abundantly equipped to walk it. Awesome. All right, let's shift together, guys. So what if you had a faucet that you could turn on and off in your business? Does anybody want that? Does anybody want that? Awesome. So this is the process that I basically learned and earned, and this is the system I went through and how I approach every day and everything in my business, and this is what I coach to, okay? So these are the 5 pillars of real estate success, right? So the first thing is gonna be mindset, okay? And we'll dive into all these. The next thing is you wanna master a CRM, okay? The third thing is lead generation, okay? The fourth is your client experience, and then the fifth is going to be leverage, okay? So let's dive into those. So mindset, you've heard a lot of people in here talk about mindset, right? But what I'm talking about is knowing what to say and when to say it. Does everybody agree that builds confidence for you guys? Yes. Okay, so that's your scripts. But I don't want to sound scripted. Guys, when I first started, the first 3 months, and my wife is here to attest to it, I would have her wake me up in the middle of the night asking me the buyer script. When you bump into me in the hallway, ask me the buyer script. And where's Casey at? It's one of those things where, right, I needed to know it cold so I could deliver it what? Hot. Exactly. I needed to know it cold so I could deliver it hot. So that's what I did around mindset, guys. CRM. This is the most important asset in your business. This is what makes what you have a business. But I hear often people say, oh, I don't even have a CRM. Oh, I don't even know how to work my CRM, right? This is literally one of the most important things in your business because your job right now is just to go out and collect people and put them in your CRM. And then your CRM should do the work, okay, to help you convert them. The next thing is lead generation. Guys, think about all the greats in this business. They're all known for literally one thing. Brent Gove, open house, right? Ricky Carruth, cold calling, right? We have a guy by the name of Levi Lassick, right? YouTube. We'll be talking about Mike one day, YouTube. Everybody has one thing that they do extremely well. So it takes only one, right? So you can simplify and get this done. Client experience. I love this quote. People will forget what you said, but people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. In a market like this, guys, you got to be able to turn one transaction into 3. And how you do that is become memorable to your clients, okay? And then the last thing is leverage. Get help so you can stay consistent. Guys, we do a lot. Like Leo said, you signed up for 15 different jobs when you became a realtor. Congratulations. But leverage, and I'll talk about what leverage looks like. Leverage, the first thing you should be leveraging is a transaction coordinator, okay? So that's the first piece of leverage. Then you could get a virtual assistant. Those are $5 an hour, right? And then when you do as much video as I can, you can get a virtual assistant to do that. That's $5 an hour. You can get somebody to help with your cold calling. That's $5 an hour. So leverage will help you stay consistent, okay? So again, this is the process I went through, and I'll tell you real quickly with the time I have left how I did this for this 30-day challenge. So mindset, guys, I got myself equipped mentally to do whatever it took to succeed for 30 days. Okay? Whatever it took to succeed for 30 days. Next, my CRM. I made sure I had all of my automations intact and in place, right? I made sure I had all my clients tagged. I made sure I knew what to do every day in my CRM. Lead generation. I picked 3 things that I would do. I did open houses, 3 to 4 a week. I did Facebook ads, and I followed up with my past clients. Okay? Client experience. I built out a client pipeline, so every client that I put through took the same journey, hopefully getting to the closing table. And then last, leverage. I had an administrative VA, I had a cold calling VA, and I had a video VA. And I worked with these people day in and day out. So this is the process I took. And like I said, we put almost, close to 10 million in. Stuff fell out. This is kind of where we are today, guys. So we're at 8.24 million. We have 2 closing tomorrow, so that'll put us halfway to the goal. But we did this. All this momentum occurred in 30 days, so you guys can do it. Thank you guys so much. And follow me on the journey, guys, so we get to 20 million. Thank you.